We are going to perform another task. We are going to imagine a black hole. I would like you to close your eyes and picture a black hole in your brain, as best you can. Who defaulted to Interstellar? Anybody? Yeah? Couple? All right. So, now you may open your eyes and look up here. Who thinks of black holes as being large? Who thinks of them as being small? They can actually be both. They can be bigger than the sun, and they can be about as big as this little glass here. It's all depending on the density. The reason I had you picture a black hole is because it's kind of an enigma in most people's brains. Most people don't have a super strong definition of it. And I wanted you to go somewhere where you were going to be a little unsure. Because what we're going to do next is shove the entire size of the universe into your brain. Yes, we are going to shove the whole thing in your brain. And it might be painful, but it's definitely going to cause you to stretch your brain. One of the things I say to my students, if you want to grow up to be big and strong, you need to stretch and work out. They all know this. And then I say it is far more important to have a strong brain than a strong body. So what we're going to do now is stretch and work out our brains. Okay? So prepare yourself. We are going to start with at the bottom level, and we are going to zoom all the way up to the highest level in the universe. Take a look at your pinky finger now. Look at it very closely. Touch it to make sure it's made of atoms. Now picture it being made of one atom. It should feel weird. Picture it. Now picture it being made of 10 atoms. Now 100. Now 1,000. Now 1,000,000. Yes, that's the stretch. Now please look up here. Know that saying that this is 1,000,000 atoms is ridiculous. These little hairs on my arm, if I pull one off, that hair is made of more than 1,000,000,000,000 atoms. Okay? They are incredibly small, so small that it doesn't even really fit in your brain, which is why we're doing this. You need to stretch out your brain and make it fit. So, instead of calling this 1,000,000, we're going to call it 1,000,000,000,000. So look at your pinky finger now and see 1,000,000,000,000 building blocks in a graph paper grid. Now look at your pinky finger. Your pinky finger is bigger, so it's 10 trillion. Now look at your hand. Your hand is 100 trillion. My arm is 1,000,000,000,000 atoms. And my whole body is 10 quadrillion building blocks. Now, who's bigger? Me or the wall? The wall. So how many is the wall made of? How about 100 septillion? Something like that. Now look at all the walls in the room. What about all the walls in this building? This is just one building in one city. What about all the buildings in Chicago? What about everybody in Illinois? What about the whole United States? I'm 10 quadrillion atoms, and I'm a tiny speck of dust compared to the United States. What about the whole planet? What about the sun? You can fit 1,000,000 planet Earths in the sun. I'm a tiny speck of dust compared to planet Earth. The Earth is a tiny speck of dust compared to the sun. Who knows how many stars we have in our one Milky Way galaxy? Just like the sun. 100 billion. We have 100 billion stars like our sun in our one galaxy. How many galaxies are there? 100 billion. Between 30 and 100 billion. You're not kids, so I'll give you the real answer. Between 30 and 100 billion. So I'm 10 quadrillion atoms, and I'm a tiny speck of dust compared to the planet, which is a tiny speck of dust compared to the sun, which is a tiny speck of dust compared to the galaxy, which is a tiny speck of dust compared to the universe. Now, the kids that I teach this to are very astute. When I ask them, do you need to know this to live a happy, fulfilling life? They almost always answer no, and they're right. But the reason that I teach this is for one reason and one reason only. The feeling of awe. That awesome feeling you get when you see the best sunset you've ever seen. You look outside and it just washes over and you feel your electricity change. And this change, that inspiring moment of awe, I think is the most important thing that we can teach kids to make for themselves. If we can get them to make awe in their own brain, we don't need to push them through life. They will pull themselves along the chain of their inspiration. That is our goal, okay? Our goal is to make the next generation better and the whole world better through hyper-accessible, quality knowledge.